Welcome to the meditation on reparenting and using your voice. Likely you have grown up in a culture or situation where children were to be seen and not heard. We often were sent away to our rooms if we expressed our thoughts or feelings. We went against authority. And eventually, we learn to suppress or repress our thoughts and our feelings, thinking that somewhere our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions were not safe to be heard and invalidated. But as adults, we can actually shift this narrative. We can move away from the pain that we received from our caregivers who didn't hear us, who told us we weren't allowed to speak. And now we have the opportunity to reparent ourselves, to pull the inner child out, and to show him or her that her voice is valid, that what she has to say or he has to say is important and worthy of being heard. It's also important to remind our inner child that we don't always have to do or say it right, that we're allowed to make mistakes. We can say things that might trigger someone, and that's okay. We're allowed to be loved no matter what. So take some time to find yourself in a comfortable position, either sitting upright with a straight spine or lying down on the bed. When you're ready, begin to take a few deep breaths in and out, bringing your attention and awareness to your body. And taking a few deep breaths here, bringing you into this present time and this present moment. And when you're ready, begin to call to mind a situation that you remember that's highlighted in your mind around a time when you were told not to speak, or that your thoughts or feelings didn't matter. Allow yourself to conjure up some of those old memories. And perhaps you notice whose voice it was that was strongest for you. And as you recall the situation, notice how you felt in that moment. Perhaps you had feelings of shame, unworthiness, or maybe even fear. Maybe it was unsafe for you to speak your mind. Perhaps you had been reprimanded with verbal abuse or more. Imagine seeing the little child of yourself in front of you now. And as you look down upon him or her, from the place and the position that you are in now, as the elder, the wise one, as someone that knows better now, imagine walking up to your child and getting down on your knees on the floor to match their height. And with all the compassion and the love that is you now, speak what it is that you need to tell the child that lives in front of you. The words that he or she needed to hear from their parent are the words that you can offer now. Perhaps letting them know that it is okay to feel the way they feel. To feel sorry that they didn't feel heard. That it wasn't okay to use your voice. Perhaps letting them know that it's safe now. You're with them to hold them and protect them. To allow all the abundance of creativity, of laughter, of thoughts, of feelings and emotions to be witnessed and to be heard. Imagine taking their hand and pulling them away from that corner that they reside in, that corner of shame, that corner of suppression. And imagine bringing them into your chest. And with all the warmth and compassion and love of your own arms, offer them an embrace. Hugging them and letting them know that you've got their back now. That you are giving them permission to be all of who they are in their greatness, in their glory. And now imagine embracing this child back into your own physical body. And placing them in the center of your heart, in your voice. Turning all of that deep love and compassion to your own self. And that any time you need to be reminded that your voice is worthy of being heard, of expressing, that it is safe to communicate your needs, that it's okay to be forgiven if you've said something wrong, that you are still loved, knowing that any opportunity you can remind that little child that lives within that might forget on occasion that it's safe now. Imagine wrapping your body in a big embrace. Perhaps you move your arms to surround your body in your own warmth and love. And just take a few deep breaths here, feeling the fullness of your own safety, of your own permission, the freedom to be and express authentically as the magnificent being that you are. You may want to make a sound out of your voice now to help open up that throat and let anything come through. Maybe it's a big sigh or a song or a deep guttural sound. Whatever it is, release it now through your own voice. Taking as much time as you need to let the expression flow through you now. Whatever it is, allow yourself the freedom to let it go, knowing you are safe, you are free, and you are deserving of being heard. And when you have completed that process, take a few deep breaths. Notice any shifts or changes in your body. Any areas of freedom that didn't exist before. And at the crown of your head, imagine replacing that energy that has just been released with whatever it is that you need to take with you in this moment. Inviting in feelings of confidence and certainty, clear communication, and permission. Breathe all of that into your body and imagine it extending into every cell, every body part, flowing out through the hands, out through the bottoms of the legs and the feet, and out through the crown of your head. And when you're ready, gently come back to this moment, to this time and space. Perhaps patting your body to bring you back. On your next inhale and exhale, gently open your eyes, taking a look at the room around you. And when you're ready, complete this practice with a bow of gratitude. Namaste.